It is I. That's right. This is I. This is an old poster that I had for back in the day when I used to do psychic fairs. And so I would use this poster, and it said all these beautiful things, and had my website and all that. And you can still go to sistermystic.com actually, and it will take you to my old website, which is kind of cool. I mean, my current website. So it's kind of cool, that you can see what I used to be when I was Sister Mystic. And so, back then I used to teach some business and marketing courses, networking workshops, that sort of thing. And one of my pet peeves about naming your business was and is naming it something that doesn't mean anything. And I didn't think that was a good idea to name your business, like after your mom or after your dog. I think that you should name your business something that represents what you do. And so knowing that Susan K. Morrow didn't mean anything to many people at that time, and maybe it still doesn't, but Mojo does, I came up with the name Sister Mystic, and that was the name of my business as a professional psychic. So that way you have some idea that I was in a woo-woo business, and it was easier to remember and spell maybe than Susan K. Morrow. Believe it or not, you may be able to spell Morrow like tomorrow, but a lot of people want to spell it marrow like bone marrow, and I kind of hated that. So that's the story behind the poster. And why is the poster sitting there instead of me today? Well, I got a late start today, and my daughter, who is living with us while she goes back to college, called me. This was her first day of school this semester, and she called me and said, oh, I took care of my registration stuff that I needed to do, and it didn't take very long, so I'm going to Starbucks. Come and meet me. Well, I had just gotten out of the shower, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I really love my daughter, and I kind of jump when she says jump. And so I left the house without any makeup. Yeah, actually no makeup, not one drop, not even mascara, and wet hair. Now, I did manage to put some curl cream in my hair before I left so that I could scrunch it along the way. But yeah, that's why I'm not in the picture today. I don't like to scare people. So, all right, let's crack on with the show, right? All right, this is the Make It So show on the Make Magic with Mojo free group on Facebook. And what we do in Make Magic with Mojo is we talk about manifestation. And I call it magic because if you do it right, it can really seem like magic. It is exactly how I came to be married to the most wonderful man I've ever known. It's how I got a brand new car in February. I was actually trying to manifest a new used car, wound up with a new car. So I must be doing something right? And since I developed this method and formula for manifestation, I have manifested a lot of great things. And so here I am to share that with you, right? So what is manifestation? It means creating what you want in your life instead of settling for the same old dookie. You are always, the law of attraction is always in effect. You are always creating, allowing, attracting, manifesting what's going on. You just, if you're doing it unconsciously, you're probably not getting the results that you want. So when you come here, bring all the stuff that you don't like in your life and learn how to change it. Now, what we do here on this show every Tuesday at noon Central is we talk about some little tips and tricks. But if you really want to get into it and get some support and coaching with it and get access to, I think it's 18 or 19 video training modules, plus a bunch of downloadables, PDFs, ebooks, and so forth, and mini trainings and group coaching and all of that, you can join the Make Magic with Mojo Pro program. That is the paid program, and you'll find it on the website if you go to the link that I've put in the description of this video. You can also just go to mojomedium.com and you'll find it right there on the front home page. All right, excellent. So we have a topic today that will help you to manifest. what you want instead of settling for the same old dookie. And today's topic is one that you're going to hear me talk about probably once a month for the rest of the life of this program. And that is your worthiness. You know, I talk sometimes about receiving, and I'll tell you what, I've been talking about receiving with my private psychic clients for years. So I think from the very beginning, in 2005, when I started giving readings professionally, I was talking about receiving. And receiving seems to be at the bottom of every, or not receiving is at the bottom of every problem that you've got, everything that's wrong in your life, everything that you don't like, all the dookie is due to not receiving well. And so why don't we receive well? And let me explain that a little bit better, because I think you're probably going, what? Are you kidding me? If you hand me $100, I'll say, yes, thank you very much. And I'll go off shopping, or $1,000 or $1 million. So we think that we are great at it. Man, if I could just win the lottery, I would be such a good rich person, right? I'd be a great rich person. I would do charity stuff, and I'd give money. I'd be philanthropic. I'd start a foundation, and right? I mean, this is what we all do. We're like, wow, it would be great to win the lottery. First I'd pay off my debt, and I'd buy myself a real nice house and a car for everybody I know. I just get a fleet of cars for my loved ones, my family and my friends. And then I'd start giving that money away as soon as I made my trip to Europe. And then I would be, starting a foundation and helping people. I'd give money to Habitat for the Homeless, the Habitat for Humanity. I'd donate to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I'd do great things, right? Okay. So that comes from our natural human desire to help others. Some people are stingy, some people are greedy. That's true. But about 95% of my clients over these past 14 years have said, I just want to help people. When we talk about their job and their destiny and so forth, they say, I just want to help people. We all want to help people. And, actually, what's great about the natural human inclination to help people or help others, or you might be one of those who really like to help animals, that natural human inclination is actually really good for us. It's good for you when you do something for someone else, right? Think about it. Think about giving the homeless guy on the corner $5. Think about when you give a gift to somebody for their birthday or for Christmas or for no occasion at all, and that person goes, wow, this is great. I really wanted this. Thank you so much. Think about when you, I don't know, what have you done that you help other people? Think about the opportunities that you've had when you have taken advantage of that opportunity to help someone. And how do you feel? You feel fantastic, right? You feel great, especially if that person is grateful. I'll tell you a story about something I did one time. This was several years ago. Gosh, this was like 2010. And I had a little part-time job that I wasn't very good at. I was in the dark days of Sister Mystic, and I had just moved back to my hometown of Conroe and loved it. But I had this little job selling magazine ads, and I was out calling on a boutique, and across the street was like a Hobby Lobby or something, and I needed to go get something at Hobby Lobby. I can't remember what it was. And while I was at the boutique, or I had been at the boutique before, and I had bought this really cute purse, and I loved this little purse, and it was a cow print in, I think, brown and white, and it had purple trim. And I'm sure this was the boutique was a Chinese reseller, so it was probably just a knockoff of some designer that I never even heard of, because I don't know stuff like that, and I don't care about labels. So I had this really cute purse. Well, I had to stop off at Hobby Lobby or whatever it was across the street, and I was walking in. There was a lady out there ringing the bell for Salvation Army. And I said, oh, hi. And she said, hi, how are you? And, she was real pleasant and friendly. And she said, oh, I love your purse. And I said, oh, thanks so much. Well, I got it across the street at that boutique right there. You can go over and get yourself one on your break. And she was like, oh, okay. And then as I was walking around the store, I thought, This lady's out there ringing the bell for Salvation Army. She probably can't afford to go get a purse, right? So when I came out, I was like, oh, hey, bye, Merry Christmas, you know. So I went back over to that shop to look for the same purse. Well, they didn't have it. So I bought myself a different one that I liked. And I'd only had the cow purse a very short time, a couple weeks. So it was like brand new. So I dumped everything out of it. I tucked in a $5 bill. And keep in mind, I didn't have much money. I mean, I was dead broke at the time. So I got this little purse and I dumped out the cow purse, put my stuff in the new purse, and went over, pulled up in front of the Hobby Lobby, and went up to the lady and said, here you go, Merry Christmas. And I had tucked it, like I said, I tucked a $5 bill in. I would have given her more if I had had it. And she looked at it and she looked at me. She said, oh, thank you so much. And she hugged that purse and almost cried. And she hugged me and said, thank you, over and over. She was just delighted with this little present. And I mean, I was floating on air, you know. I drove away thinking, you know, in my little old beat up jalopy that was 11 years old at the time. And that's the one that I just replaced. So I was still driving it in 2010 and I just replaced it this year. So that tells you something about manifestation. But as I was driving away in my jalopy, I thought, when I have more money, I'm definitely going to do that more often because it feels so good to give to someone and have them receive what you're giving. So next time somebody wants to give you something and you're tempted to say, no, thank you. I've got this. That's okay. I don't need anything. I don't need your help. I can do it on my own. Think about that. Think about the gift you give to someone when you receive well. Now, okay, that explains how you are built. You are built to help others. You're built to want to help others. And so is everybody else, right? So with all that desire to give, there's got to be somebody to receive, right? And we all have wants, we all have needs. And it's really good for us to be able to receive well. Okay, now I've had this big lecture about receiving, and I have more on that, but I'll save it. Think about why you don't receive well, okay? Think about saying, no, thank you, no thanks, I've got it, that's okay, I don't need that. No, I don't need any help, I'm fine, it's okay, I'm fine, right? Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, no, please don't spend your money on me. Okay, it's all right if mothers say that to their children. But why are you bad at receiving? And I'll tell you the answer. You think about that for a minute. Why are you bad at receiving? You might know. Underneath your unwillingness to receive is a fear that you are not worthy of receiving, not worthy of getting what you want, not worthy of getting help, not worthy of making more money, not worthy of having a new car, not worthy of having a job you like, not worthy of having a marriage that's great. So I'll tell you about a client who was married for a short time to a man who was an alcoholic. And so their marriage only lasted a couple of years. And what she said was that, and actually I kind of worked this out with her, he had very poor self-esteem, which was part and parcel of his alcoholism. And so when they got married, he had loved her from afar for a long time. And when they got married, it didn't take very long for him to realize, he was like, yay, I got what I want. And then he's like, oh, wait a minute. I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy of this. And so then he kind of systematically dismantled their marriage, all unconsciously on his part. But when she and I looked back on it and like analyzed it, we could see that he felt like he was not worthy of having her as his wife. He was not worthy of having a lovely home and family. He was not worthy of all of that. And so he wound up having to leave. So now, of course, you know, I'm not going to get into all the specifics about alcoholism and what the wife contributed and so forth. But you see the point. If you feel like you're not worthy of something, you and the universe will make sure that you don't get it, right? If you have a fear, oh gosh, I'm not worthy of all those things I just listed, or whatever it is that you're wanting. If you fear that you're not worthy, you're not worthy. You know, who was it? Who said, was it Abraham Lincoln? Oh, no, I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt who said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. I'm not sure who really said that, and I don't know what Eleanor Roosevelt sounded like, but I heard she talked in falsetto like that. So yeah, I probably am correct on that. Anyway, think about that. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. You're right. Whether you think you're worthy or you think you're not worthy, you are right. And you may be thinking, well, consciously, no, I know I'm worthy of this. I know God loves me. I know I'm worthy of love, joy, and abundance. I am worthy of it. Yes, I am. And you may consciously think that. But if you're not getting what you want, there's some part of you that thinks you're not worthy. So let's say that you have some things that you really like and some things that you don't. And that's where most of us are. Most of us have some things in our lives that we really, really like. They're just going great. And some things that are crappy or need to be improved. And so what you need to do is look at those things that you do like. What's in your life that you do like and you do enjoy and you do appreciate, and think about, I am worthy of this. I must be worthy of this. I have to be, or else I wouldn't have it. This would not be in my life if I didn't think I was worthy of it. And see if you can translate that into being worthy of other things. Okay? You see what I'm saying there? Okay. All right, well, that's all I've got for today. I really invite you to check out the website at mojomedium.com or click the link in the description of this video. And also, please do comment and ask questions about this, or let me know what you think. And if you want to say, no, I absolutely know I'm worthy and my life is still crappy, feel free to say that. And then go and join Make Magic with Mojo Pro because you need some help. You need this process so that you can change the things in your life. And it all starts with worthiness. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, Boogaloo, and see if we can, there we go. And see if we can, I'm going to go put on my face now. And I suggest, then after I put on my face, I'm going to meditate. So I suggest that you meditate today on worthiness. All right. Until next time, Sister Mystic and Mojo out.